speculating because we don't have like like some other like boxing channels. A shout out to all of y'all who do have access to people in camps and know certain things or whatever and shit like that. And then again, people only tell you what they want you to know any damn way. Even if you have access, if we think we got access to G's camp, you know what I'm saying? So G telling us this, and we come on in and say it, and that might not be the
full truth.
Yeah, exactly.
And at that point,
towards,
it's going to skew the narrative. That's why I said I'm really not a big fan of having nobody on the show because I'm going to say what I'm going to say. It doesn't matter who's on the show. I don't think, like I said, I have, like I said, fighters or whatever, but interviewing fighters on here, I'm not going to say I'm above and beyond because you think about it. Say if we got, like, say if you went to a fight. Remember you saw Jerron, right? Yeah, I got a boxing show. Oh, wow, I come on there. That's our first guest, right? Then, I mean, I know you're going to say what you're going to say, but look, we are automatically, we like Jerron now. Shit, Jerron came on our show. Ain't no other fight. I like him before that.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
but that also, like you said, it skews the thing. Like we, Jerron is our main man.
You know that and this is what I'm saying. Well, that I fuck with Jerron Ennis. If Jerron Ennis is sitting right here, I tell Jerron Ennis that I don't think you beat Errol Spence. It doesn't matter that he's on my show.
Right.
It doesn't matter that it doesn't matter. I feel the way that I feel.
Right.
So I'm not going to allow the fact that because he come on the show, yeah, we appreciate you for giving, giving us the time. But I think you lose to Errol Spence. It's that simple.
So we're going to sit here and tell Deontay Wilder if he was here, cut your fucking excuses. You got your ass whooped twice.
I'm going to say I think you made excuses that you shouldn't have made. The same shit I said when we was on camera the last time.
And I'm going to say I'm standing on that wall over there because he got like an 80-inch.
I don't give a fuck what he got. I'm going to say I don't think you should have put Mark Breland on blast like that. I think whatever excuses that you had, you should have held them in-house and took it out on his ass in the third fight. And then I'm going to say, I think you put on a hell of a performance in that third fight because you showed hard that Chris Colbert didn't. The same shit that I just said on this motherfucking show is the same shit I'll say to Deontay Wilder if he was sitting right here.
That's right. If he was sitting right there, and I would applaud you when I wake your ass up. You'll be rich, though. But when I wake you up, when he knocked your ass smooth the fuck out.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm motherfucking Godzilla. Right. But what I'm telling you is, no man on this earth is going to do something to me without me retaliating.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When you wake up, and he gone,
it is what it is. And at the end of the day, if you're not strong enough to hear my motherfucking constructive criticism, then you don't need to fucking be a boxer.
You don't need to be on this show, period.
If he knocks you out, I am going to do something about it. Know that.
What you going to sue?
Might be suing.
Man, fuck that.
And I'm, look, after the, hey, man, what are you doing? You gotta leave, man.
He gonna knock your ass out after that.
Motherfucker, I know that I'm gonna put him out after he
Exactly. I was like,
you gonna leave here.
But this is my thing. I'm a fan of speaking
like this.
Listen, I'm a fan.
What you doing, man? Look, he knocked me out. I'll be like this. Listen here, you done knocked out two of my good friends. You gotta leave, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Stretch Allen ass.
And somebody gotta tell the story. I was gonna put him out.
But yeah, exactly. You like this. Hey, look, I'm just saying you gotta leave, man. But before the police get here.
This is my thing, man.
That motherfucker wake up. Brandon wake up. Y'all gonna be rumbling in this motherfucker. This time, look, he gonna get inside and he gonna slam your big ass.
I'm telling you, it's Ray Lewis. I'm gonna Ray Lewis his ass through this wall.
Yep, exactly. So therefore, don't fuck up my house. Just go ahead and leave. But you got your shit off. He said, well, what about him? Oh, you might have put him in a coma. You know what I'm saying?
but my thing is, I'm not a fan of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not gonna blatantly disrespect this man.
Yeah, exactly.
But me giving my opinion on what I pay my motherfucking money for to watch him do, to me is not disrespect.
No, it's not disrespect.
You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of people
I'm not slapping his fucking phone out his hand.
That's true,
just like I don't expect for him to smack mine out. Just like he can say, well, I don't agree with your opinion. And it's fine. Just the same way we sit here and argue all day, every day, and have a difference of opinion.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but if you think he gonna knock my ass out and think that that's gonna be the end of the story, you got another fucking thing coming.
Especially if you wake up and he's still here.
I'm telling you.
He won't be here.
Yeah, he won't be here because
Allen's
going to put him out.
You can get up out of here. Damn that.
Yeah,
Floyd Mayweather sitting right here, right now. I'm gonna say I think you are jealous of Canelo Alvarez.
I got a lot more to say than that.
I think you are jealous. I mean, that's my opinion. I'm not saying you a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I smack the shit out you. I'm saying I think that you have some sort of personal vendetta with the same way you say, oh, I think you just don't. I think you're a Charlo hater. No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not about to knock your ass out because you said you don't. I'm a hater.
You helped build the brand, man.
Yeah, man.
So why are you hating on it? You helped build that brand. The man is
Floyd.
Yeah, I'm talking about he helped build Canelo. Like you said, Canelo after that fight. You know what I'm saying? And he went on to to do great things, but you put him like right out there.
I'm not gonna say that. I had to reevaluate that because I know I used to say Canelo built 40 Floyd.
Fights in.
Canelo built Floyd and this and all this other stuff. But I gotta say this: how many fights Floyd got on his resume?
What, 50?
50. Mm-hmm. How many of the other 49 became what Canelo became? Manny Pacquiao was already big. But what I'm saying is, how many of them, we keep saying, oh, Floyd built Canelo, Floyd built. Yeah, but he also beat Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz didn't do what Canelo did.
I would never say
he also beat Robert Guerrero. Robert Guerrero didn't do.
Built Canelo Alvarez. I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that.
I think that, he fought Floyd, he lost. But I think we got to give that man credit. He went to the drawing board and he put the work in.
Oh, no, he definitely
We watched Robert Guerrero.
Look at the resume after Floyd.
Or you can look at Robert Guerrero's resume after Floyd. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. He didn't do what Canelo did. So we gotta stop that narrative.
Well, no, like I said, what he did afterwards, but everybody Floyd fought, it was a spotlight on them their next fight, even though they lost to Floyd Mayweather, because everybody expected you to lose to Floyd Mayweather.
Nobody cared about Andre Berto next fight.
Well, no, Andre Berto was already on. I'm talking about he was down.
Nobody gave a shit about Pacquiao next fight.
Yes, they did.
Who?
Everybody.
Nobody cared about Pacquiao next fight.
About Pacquiao
they did, because Pacquiao was already huge. Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about because of Floyd.
No, not because of Floyd. I'm talking about I didn't give a fuck about Robert Guerrero before
he fought Floyd. Watch this. Who he fight after Floyd?
When he fought Keith Thurman.
That wasn't right after Floyd.
No, I'm talking about, but it was after Floyd.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying I knew his name because of Floyd. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know his name because of Floyd.
Yeah. Well, you already knew. You knew him or whatever. You know every damn body.
I'm saying I watched him beat Andre Berto, so I didn't I didn't know Marcos Maidana name because of Floyd. I knew his name because of Adrian Broner.
No, I knew that because of Adrian.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't know his name because I didn't know Cotto because of Floyd.
Mm-hmm. I knew Canelo before Floyd.
Built his own. I mean, Cotto's another one. Built himself up. Floyd and that do his career.
Yeah, but that was before him. I mean, Canelo kind of built himself up before Floyd too. I can say that.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We put this narrative like, oh, Floyd put him in the. No, Floyd beat him just the way he beat the other 49 motherfuckers.
But you was also saying that Floyd also helped build him because he was putting him on his own.
And I clearly just said I had to go back and reevaluate because when I looked at it, I'm like, damn.
48 what?
You said 49, 48. And I think it's 47. Is it 48 or 47?
What you talking about? What?
The last two count. The 50 was Jake Paul.
Conor McGregor.
Didn't he fight one of these Paul brothers?
That was
but that wasn't considered a fight. That was considered an exhibition.
Okay, well 48.
It's supposed to be an exhibition.
Yeah. But I was of the impression like, oh, Floyd built Canelo, but I can't really say that.
Didn't they help build Canelo by putting him on the undercard and giving him a spotlight?
Yeah, but that was De La Hoya.
Yeah, that's De La Hoya. That's Golden Boy using Floyd Mayweather. Doesn't that help build Canelo? Doesn't that give him more spotlight?
I don't know if Floyd had a say on to who was on his undercards at that point.
That's like saying
that's true.
That's true. Like I don't know. That's
true because after that, De La Hoya was promoting a lot of Floyd's fights. Okay, so I give you that. I give you that.
That was Floyd.
Yeah,
I think he was able to pick who he wanted to fight.
Yeah,
I don't know if he had full reign of who.
Yeah, that's true.
Was on his
until he got out from under that
De La Hoya Showtime deal. He was able to move.
Yeah, he was able to move. But you're right. You're absolutely correct. So I would give, like I said, De La Hoya's smart play by putting him on the undercards and giving him more play, just like Don King used to do with Chavez. You know, when he was fighting on the undercard
of
Mike Tyson.
Watch this.
And then, you know, when Chavez became the man, remember he was Felix Trinidad was fighting on the undercards in order to build those fighters up and giving them more looks.
Watch this. Canelo, when Floyd took the Robert Guerrero fight and didn't take Canelo said, I'm not fighting on no more his undercards. Canelo fought Austin Trout at I think it was the Alamo Dome or some shit in either Houston or San Antonio. Packed it before Floyd.
Well, yeah, but that was he had a Mexican fan base.
But that's the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
We use the narrative of Floyd built this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can really say that. Because what if Canelo would have done it off? What if Canelo would have lost to Lara? Would have lost to this? Would have lost to that? We're not having that same conversation. The same way we don't have that.
Credit. I give him credit for it, like I said. But, I mean, I do think that Floyd, I mean, like I said, I'm going to say, fighting on Floyd's undercards put a bigger spotlight on him. I do believe that.
Well, he had to
and fighting Floyd, and he decided not to, like Brandon said afterwards. But I'm just saying, and then when he fought Floyd, that also put a bigger, you know, spotlight on it. You're fighting the most, you know, popular boxer in the world at that time, which was Floyd Mayweather. So
can I ask you a question?
But I mean, what he did afterwards,
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, he took it and ran with it.
How many undercards did Badu Jack fight on Floyd?
He didn't do afterwards, like I said. What he did afterwards, like I said, but still, just like that. Look, why do you?
Why are we not saying he built a Badu Jack?
Because Badu Jack didn't do what Canelo did afterwards.
But what I'm saying is But what I'm saying is, in order to say that he built him, that narrative has to reign true for all of the people that consistently fought on Floyd's undercard.
Let me ask you something.
You can't say, oh, he got a big spotlight for fighting under Floyd's undercard, but Badu Jack didn't get the same spotlight. He fought 3-4 fights on the undercard.
He did get the spotlight.
Danny Garcia had 2 or 3 fights on the. Matter of fact, Danny Garcia was the co-main event to Floyd Canelo. Why he ain't?
He did get the spotlight put on him. So look, they didn't do afterwards like you said. You said what Canelo did afterwards that separated Canelo. Okay?
What I'm saying is, I can't keep.
But you
going
can't
with the
say that
narrative
it. You can't not say. No, we're not saying built. You
he
stuck
did.
on
He
built.
said, "Why are you hating on him when you built them?" That's what he said.
No, I said that.
He said that.
Yeah, I said that. No, I'm saying.
Somebody said it.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I said we're not hanging on built anymore because you proved your point on far as him going afterwards. But the spotlight was put on him. And it was a big spotlight. Whether he did, like I said, whether Badu Jack and everybody else who fought on Floyd's undercard, they had the opportunity to do exactly what Canelo did. But a lot of them did not fight Floyd Mayweather also. That also added a big help to Canelo. Okay, we seeing him on the undercard. This fight is very, very good. We see so I saw him on the Floyd Mayweather undercard before. He not fighting on the Floyd Mayweather undercard. You see him knock a couple people out. I saw when he fought Austin Trout. I see him fight Floyd Mayweather. He lose. But I see things because, you know, I look at more than just, you know, rounds. I see things that this motherfucker's good. And then what he goes on to do after that. And the biggest respect I give Canelo on that part is when he fought Lara. Not right after he fought what's his name? Angulo. Then he fought Lara. But to face someone with a similar style of moving around and everything else in a boxer, that soon after you fought somebody like Floyd Mayweather, and like Brandon said before, at 154, Lara was the man. So Canelo did put in the work afterwards. He took the spotlight and he ran with it.
I think Tank's gonna have a better career after he leaves Floyd.
You think so? Tank?
Too old now, man.
Even
Tank is like 28.
That's not old.
It is in a sense where you what have Floyd accomplished? In order to say he's going to surpass Floyd,
I didn't say surpass. I said
you said have a better career.
When
then he has
Floyd.
now.
I thought you said have a better career than like
Floyd.
hell
didn't say that.
I'm about to say
It ain't too many people. Look, Canelo, as great as he is, ain't got a better career than Floyd right now.
No, I think
I don't think it's greater than Floyd.
Who, Canelo?
That's what I said. I said as great as he is, he don't have a greater career than Floyd had right now. And that's what I understand. I mean, you know, and I'm gonna take that back about talking about he built him because, like you said, he gave him spotlight and he took it and he ran with it. A lot of other people didn't do that.
But did he give it to him, or did De La Hoya give it to him?
Yeah, that was De La Hoya.
Yeah, with De La Hoya and Floyd because he fought Floyd.
That's
But what I'm saying,
Von New Jack and all them other people,
Canelo,
except for like I said, Danny
just like
Garcia.
Canelo was.
All I'm saying is,
No, but it was
we give Floyd. No. Floyd didn't have a promotional company.
That's that conversation that we were having about the money that De La Hoya made for Floyd's fights.
Mayweather promotion.
No, that was all. That was all
Look
Golden
at his
Boy.
checks. Them shit said Golden Boy promotion.
All of them said.
Yes.
Shit, I thought they said.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like when 10 years go by.
So when the Canelo fight, it didn't say on the Canelo fight. It didn't say.
No, on the Canelo fight it did because that was on Floyd's Showtime deal. But the fights where Canelo was fighting on Floyd's undercards were with De La Hoya.
Which is why those Floyd fights are on the zone.
But I thought that Floyd, when he left Bob Arum, he signed his own He had his own promotional company.
So he may have had like a Devin Haney.
That's what I'm talking about.
But Devin Haney don't promote fights. He's a matchroom fighter with his Errol Spence got man down promotion.
Yeah, it's a matchroom.
I don't know if it say that. I never seen one of those checks.
It says like you said.
Errol Spence shit probably say Premier Boxing Champions. I guarantee you it don't say man down promotions. He may get a banner in the ring or some shit, but Earl ain't the motherfucker that's on top of shit.
But I'm saying.
Matter of fact, T.Y. if that's the case, they wouldn't have TGB Promotions. That's who promote their fights.
Who?
Tom Brown Promotions, TGB or whatever the fuck it is.
Promote who fights?
Spence and all of these guys who Lions Only Promotions, Sean Porter Promotions, Earl Spence Promotion, Man Down Promotions. Mm-hmm. If they were promoting the fights, they wouldn't need Tom Brown.
Who is Tom Brown for?
The guy who promotes all of the PBC fighters.
So he's FIFA for PBC. So when they say PBC and Sean Porter,
it ain't gonna say that on no check.
No, I'm talking about what it says. When you don't know what it says on the check because you never seen one.
I have seen a Mayweather check because he's posted them.
Oh, you seen?
And it says Golden Boy promote. Well, when he was with Golden Boy, when he fought Manny Pacquiao and showed the $100 million check, it said Mayweather Promotions. But that's because he had got his own Showtime deal. Yes,
you gotta pull that up.
He's shown the checks.
That it just said Golden Boy.
Yes, and I want to say it was the Victor. I think it was after the Victor Ortiz fight where he showed, or maybe the Cotto fight when he showed. It was one of them fights where he showed the check and it said Golden Boy Promotions because I was thinking the same thing. Even De La Hoya was saying, "I sign your checks. I sign your checks."
He did say that. You're right. He said, "I sign your checks."
I mean, that's what the argument was about the residuals, like.
But no, they get a percentage because I mean honestly,
you watch.
See, Floyd negotiated the money.
Yeah,
Oscar took the rights. That's why Floyd don't have rights to those Golden Boy fights. That's why all of those Golden Boy fights are on the zone.
Yeah.
True.
So who has the rights to the ones? So Showtime had the rights to the fights.
I don't know if it's Showtime
because goddamn Canelo and Floyd is on the zone.
Yeah, that's true. But that's because they got rights to Canelo.
Yeah, that's true.
See what I'm saying?
That's true.
So Robert Guerrero ain't on there.
Which is why you said you was looking for the Canelo and Caleb Plant fight and you can't find it.
Because Canelo his own man now.
Nuh-uh. PBC don't post their shit until like a fighter got another fight coming up. You can't find. It's hard to find their shit.
And see, I don't know if Canelo. I haven't seen any of that, so I ain't gonna act like I did. But I don't know if Canelo negotiated rights to the fight, so I don't know if PBC.
No, all of his fights that he had, like when he was with the Zone, like you said,
on the Zone.
It's on the Zone. Or like if he was in conjunction with the Zone, mm-hmm. Right, it's on the Zone. But the minute he fought Caleb Plant was on the PBC side, right.
That fight ain't on the Zone.
You can't find it on the Zone. You can't find it on Showtime, which I would think that because PBC most of the time I try to look for their fights. You know, I go to Showtime and they have it on Showtime. They don't have the shit on Showtime.
Do they still have that channel?
You remember they just not too long ago started releasing.
Charlo and Castano ain't on there either.
You remember? Look,
no, you can't
they
find
just
that fight either.
Not so long ago just released. Maybe like I'm gonna say like about 4 months ago. Earl Spence and Kell Brook fight. You couldn't even find it on Showtime or nothing.
But you know why it's on Showtime? because I think
they released it on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Sometimes, like when the fighter got a fight coming up, then the PBC release the shit.
But that's why they own the right to release this shit when we want to release it.
Yeah, but we don't get to sit. Like they say, like, if you miss our fucking fight, you just got to wait.
But that's why I think it'll be a
smart.
mistake.
Pay for this shit, and then you can record it, and then you have it.
That's true.
See, they smart.
I think Terrence Crawford stay on his own.
But no, I mean, you did. Look, I just want to get
with his own.
I do want to give.
I say on his own. Him and Earl Spence should be able to swing this fight by themselves.
But the thing is, we keep saying that, but we don't know what Al Heyman and Earl Spence's contract, and that's what I'm saying. Man Down Promotions can't say, I'm going to deal with Earl Spence without Al Heyman being involved.
Yeah, so you got to understand something. Earl Spence, I think, has a contract with either Showtime or Fox. He can't.
I think it's up.
Oh,
because he was. I think it was with Fox, and now he's fighting on Showtime.
Okay, but anyway, like I said, he's not one that they just be like this. All right, you can go over there.
Yeah.
He's not one of those. He's one of their big fighters. Yeah. Look, no,
like
you can't just leave. Yeah.
Ennis signed 6 fights. 9 times out of 10, he ain't going nowhere else to fight, but on Showtime.
They're gonna be like this. If you want to fight Ennis, you gotta come to Showtime.
Right.
Now a lot of those PBC guys, just like a lot of those Matchroom guys, don't have the zone deals. Right. But because Matchroom has a deal with the zone, they fight on that platform. Right. Same thing with PBC. Sean Porter don't have. Well, I don't know because I know he worked for Fox, but I don't think he can't because he went and fought on ESPN. So Sean Porter don't have a Fox deal as far as fighting is concerned. But because PBC has a Fox deal, he fights on those platforms.
Yeah. And that's what Earl was saying. The difference was between him and other PBC fighters is that he actually had a Fox deal. See, Sean Porter can fight on Fox because the PBC got a Fox deal. Keith Thurman can fight on Fox because the PBC got a Fox deal. But Earl Spence, like, I have an exclusive Fox deal.
Right. Like Floyd, he was exclusive to Showtime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, and that's why I say, like, a lot of times we forget timelines and we blend all this shit together 10 years, just like. You don't remember how many times you shit it 6 weeks ago, but you know you shit it. You can't pinpoint exactly when you shit it, what time you shit it, but you know you had the shit. And that's how a lot of this shit blend when it come to boxing. When you get years down the line, we forget about the details of a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, great.
He's about to ask yourself.
Huh?
You shit 6
you know.
No, I was saying that. No, see, because I got to meet with somebody to sign this paper. I told you about the little make sure she ain't text me. Yeah, but no, I wanted to say that you are right. So I mean, like I said, well, I mean, because he was under you and Allen are right, because he was under Golden Boy, then Floyd ain't have the option of saying who was on his undercard. Well, I don't know if he had the option.
It may have been. It may have been a thing where he could pick a fighter, just like with when Wilder and Fury fought. Yeah. I think Al was probably able to put a fighter on the undercard. Bob was able to put a fighter. Yeah. So I don't know if Floyd said, put Canelo on my undercard. I think that was more De La Hoya. I'm putting Canelo on his fucking undercard.
Like you said, like I said, I don't know. It could have been. It could have been like, look, in order to build this fight up, you got to put him on my undercard, so people could see us together. So
And Floyd is another one that like the word play.
Yeah,
I was about to say that. So it's like, who knows? But what I do know is, if you exclude Pacquiao, Conor McGregor was already huge. Cotto already had a name. You exclude a lot of them people. Victor Ortiz, he fought Floyd. If that's the case, why didn't he blow up? Robert Guerrero, he beat Berto when Berto was supposed to be the next guy.
Ortiz didn't fight after that, did he?
Yeah, he fought. He lost to Josecito Lopez.
Yeah, he lost to Josecito Lopez. Got his jaw broke in one fight and shit.
Then lost to Berto.
Yeah, then
beat Berto. That's where he got his claim to fame from. But I say all that to say is we forget timelines, so we so quick to run with the narrative that Floyd put out there. But if you actually go back, and Canelo packed the stadium at the Alamo, that's what it was. I think it was the Alamo Dome or some shit.
Yeah, you said Alamo.
With Austin Trout before he fought Floyd.
Yeah. I mean, he's always had a big Mexican fan base. Floyd played to that.
So
Floyd played it. But that's what I was saying. The difference is not like that he built them, because it depends on what you do afterwards. You can't just sit there and say, like, if I give you opportunity, Brandon, to put a spotlight on you and shit, and now the spotlight is on you, what do you do with it?
Right.
If you don't, so like you said, I can assist you, but like you said, it's not that he built them. So that was a wrong use of words.
Right.
I can assist. I can put a spotlight on you, but what you do with it is on you. So once because anybody who fought Floyd was which is a big high profile fight. After you fight Floyd, then you like this. Now the spotlight's on you. People, okay, you lost to Floyd, but let's see what you gonna do against this person. Oh shit. Look, Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton have a big following over in England, right? Came over here, fought Floyd. Everybody know Ricky Hatton. What did he do when he fought? I think he went down to 140 and won a couple of fights. Then he fought Manny Pacquiao and got knocked out.
All I'm saying is, that was me going to sleep. That's what Ricky Hatton did. That was Ricky Hatton going to sleep.
Clean the fuck out.
But like I said, I feel like we hear narrative.
But Ricky Hatton had a name. He beat Costa Tszyu, right? He beat Costa Tszyu, and he beat
Yeah, he beat Costa Tszyu, because that's when I ain't think nobody was gonna whoop Costa Tszyu after he cranked Zab Judah ass. Good God, boy.
But he beat somebody else after the Costa Tszyu fight, because Floyd came out of retirement too.
Yeah, Zab Judah accusing the referee of hitting him.
Nah, Floyd, he didn't come out of retirement to fight Ricky Hatton. That was his last fight, right? I thought he came out of retirement to fight Marquez.
It was Marquez.
It wasn't Hatton.
Three. I thought he came out of retirement like 2-3 times.
I think one time was like a break. It was like
was that after he went to did a little time for the whatever?
No, that was after Cotto.
That was after Cotto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was after the Cotto fight.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I wanted to do. It's like, because it's like we be like, oh, Canelo built. Yeah, but how did he build him? By beating him? He beat a lot of motherfuckers.
I'm gonna say assisted, but Canelo built himself. Man. Yeah, he is. He took the spotlight that he got from Floyd. I mean, the added spotlight. I'm not gonna say that he was not known at all. The added spotlight that he got from the Floyd fight and fighting on those undercards, and he ran with it and became amazing.
But the thing